While Two-Face's family, they are not sure. We are not even sure if they found him, but he's been making appearances online. I am very happy to let you know that Annie, his estranged wife or his separated wife, is fine and is out of rehab. Nigerians are celebrating the return of Annie Idibia. Yes, she has not uploaded anything on any of our social media platforms. She's still out of social media, but sources have confirmed that Annie Idibia has gotten out of rehab. However, she did get out, how is it called now? She did get out before her due date. Yes, she left before she is due to be released, and a lot of persons are still concerned, wondering why she would live like that. Like, is she completely okay? Hope she's not going to have a relapse and all of those things. But some of us, we are happy because remember that they told us that Annie Idibia's leg had to be cut off, that it had to be amputated, and we didn't carry that news on this channel because, well, we couldn't verify that it did happen. But now we have verifiable sources saying that Annie Idibia is with her two legs. There is no amputation. Nothing has happened to her. She's good. She's fine. And she's out and about. Now, what does this say about our relationship, or what does this tell, or what's going to happen about our relationship with our ex-husband now, Two-Face, who has made it public that he has moved on with someone else, and that's Honorable Natasha. What's going to happen there? Honorable Natasha and Two-Face are still waxing very strong. There's no indication that that relationship is about to end, even though it seemed like his family, Two-Face's family, else I was trying to remember, even though say that Two-Face's family are not necessarily, they are not in support. But also, when it was with Annie, there were reports and reasons to believe that Two-Face's family didn't like her. In fact, even Annie said it in one of the trending audios that leaked then, when they had one of their numerous public fights, or fights that Annie brought to the public. When it happened, she made it clear that Two-Face's family didn't like her. And so if they still do not like Natasha, who then is good enough for Two-Face with the family? But we are not here to talk about Two-Face and his new relationship. We are here to do and talk about Annie Idibia. A lot of persons are saying, Annie, welcome. Don't worry. When you recover, when you come back on social media, when you come back to doing things that you love, it is going to be like how it was for me, Julie Dochi. We are going to support you hands down. You're going to do great things that even Two-Face will be jealous, and they want to be putting out thoughts to show that, yeah, I'm also still going very fine. But you're going to be here killing it, and we're going to be here to support you. Someone even said somebody should write a role now for Annie Idibia, because any movie or any video she appears in, even if it's a skit, is going to go viral and it's going to do huge numbers. So if you like yourself, you like your business, you like your content, better start creating one now and put it towards Annie. Let's see if she's going to take any role, and if she takes it, you're sure it's going to be a hit and it's going to be like a comeback for her, and she's going to just keep going higher and higher from there. So I'm actually very happy. This is me personally speaking. I'm actually very happy to say that a lot of Nigerians have now moved to supporting Annie and just being with her through this trying period, because it is a trying period regardless of how else you want to put it, right? It's very trying for her, especially since when news first broke that when Two-Face first came publicly to say, oh, myself and Annie have been separated for a while now, we're working towards a divorce, and our friends were bashing Two-Face, a lot of Nigerians said, oh, no, this is all on Annie and all of those things, because she's been in the union, in the relationship for over a decade, and it did not seem at any point that it wasn't toxic free, because even when people were dating, anytime you guys had a breakup or any issue, you had gone to impregnate someone else, impregnating the same woman multiple times. So it's like he was also emotionally invested in other women while you guys were dating, and you still decided to still, not just marry him, give him his number one child down. Remember, she was saying it in that series that she appeared in, that reality show, Young, Famous, and African, when she was mentioning that our own first child is like number 4, number 5, or something like that for Two-Face, and she's the one married, and she knew him first, and all of those things. So it's like it's not been the best from the very beginning, but she had maintained it, and she had stayed there. So let's see what we are going to see about that. Is our comeback going to be one for the record? Is it going to be one for the books, one where we are going to be so excited to see her? Or is she not even going to return to social media? Because, some persons have gone through some things, maybe not what Annie went through, but they just did not return to social media. So, but persons are actually very worried, and I understand their sentiments, seeing as, like I mentioned, she's not been released by the where's it called now, the rehab center where she was. She just came on her own volition that she was tired of being locked up, and they said that while she was there, she was responding positively, and people were quite happy for the kind of progress she made so quickly. But now that she has left, I don't think she's going to have a relapse. You know why I think that? Because she's back now to a warm and a beautiful welcome back, right? People are not bashing her on her comeback, because I think part of the thing that causes paranoia that was, the series that I mentioned that came out, other persons bashed her actions in that series, especially towards Two-Face, calling her sort of names, and how she's so attached to the man, only for the man to now choose that period to also now come and say that, oh no, Annie and I are no longer together. Right, but now that she's back and people are no longer bashing her, she's receiving a rousing welcome, a very huge applause. I think that's something that is going to help her positively at the end of the day. But let's look at some of the things that Nigerians are saying. So it's not going to be me that's just sharing my thoughts, on all of this situation and what has happened with Annie Idibia. Somebody is saying, when Annie is ready to come out, it will be like Queen May, and even more. So happy for her. The Lord will perfect all that concerns her. We are waiting for her to launch, influence, business, anything she wants to launch. We are ready to support her. Go Annie. And that's what somebody else is saying. Another person is saying, let her do her thing and behave as if nothing happened. With God, the universe would smile at her again. I do hope so, my sister. I hope so. That is Ona Bibi. Another person is saying she still has all it takes to bounce back. Ada, a fulfilled mother of 2 amazing girls, an educated lady with a powerful hustling spirit. She's very good to go. Losing Two-Face is not a loss, I must say. Another person is saying God is not a man that he will lie. Another, Faces by Nessa, says, go Annie, we are backing you with all the prayers. We love you. Another person says, Anna, I am rooting for your I am rooting for your recovery. This is Moments by Chinasa. Cute Divas brand, however, says, Annie, we are rooting for you. You remain the African queen. May God perfect your healing and make you very great. Jennifer says, thank you, Jesus. The Lord answered my prayer request at Hallelujah Challenge on Annie's behalf. Our water to wine testimonies are dropping in here. Someone says, I'm so rooting for her. Marriage really covered that shine. She will be fine without him. Someone says, thank God she should rediscover herself and live for her beautiful daughters and her mom. Someone says, thank God for another chance to a better life. Let the ugly past remain in your past. This is precious things. While CCK Property says, miracle no dey tire Jesus. Goddess of Dawn, that is the last comment I'm going to make. I'm going to tell you guys about said, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's if you learn from it too and not go back to your past mistake. Happy for her, I beg, leave those things alone. Allow your happiness depend on God, not shit. I come in peace. So you see what I'm saying, that a lot of Nigerians are actually quite encouraging towards Annie now that it's said that she's out. She's not made any public statements about it. We've not heard from her camp. Her friends that were in support of her and publicly spoke against how Two-Face chose to deliver the news to the public that himself and Annie had split up. they've not said nothing also. But if they do say something, if Annie says something, trust us to bring it for your viewing pleasure. But Annie is out. She's said to be recovering very fine. She's said to be doing okay, and we are all here rooting for her. Even if she's actually not out and it turns out that, oh, this is just something that people have cried, maybe she just got some days off and all that, and she's gone back, to the center. However the case may be, we are just, it's nice to see there's a change in the atmosphere as it regards Annie Idibia, and that is all we want, right? So yeah, I think that's good. It's going to also be better for our brand, because nobody wants to work with somebody that Nigerians do not like, right? As a brand, you wouldn't want somebody that they would be bashing for, advertising your product. So I think it's good for her that there's sort of a change, and in the perspective of Nigerians concerning her, it's also going to be good for our brand, because now that she's the rave of the moment, like somebody said, any content she's on is going to definitely get numbers. So that's amazing. I think that's good. Anyways, that's the gist, that's the story. I'd like to hear from you in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think concerning Annie and Two-Face. Two-Face and Natasha are still trying very hard to be relevant and something. I don't know, I feel like, let me not say that, I didn't say that, sorry, let me take that back. But I feel like Natasha having to come and explain about the bid situation and all of those things. It's just something for the books. It's just something for the books. The relationship is something for the books on its own. It's starting this way, so let's see how everything will go. Stay glued to this channel if you don't want to miss anything. While your one-stop shop